What's good? What's good? What's good? NBA YouTube. It's your man Ross with The Rock Never Stops, coming to you with another episode of some NBA talk, continuing in our series, My Favorite Thing About Your Favorite NBA Team. We jumping on the Houston Rockets today. Houston, H-Town, also known as Chocolate City of the South, also known as, I'm not going to go into all that, but my favorite thing about this squad is none other than Mr. Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Um, this boy is fire. This boy is fire. He's absolutely everything you want in a superstar. He's got absolutely everything it takes to become a superstar. And it's not very often that in the NBA you get an opportunity to watch a star arise. Like I remember when we watched James Harden in Oklahoma City, we were like, he's really good, but how good is he? Daryl Morey, Houston Rockets took a chance on him. I think he could be good. They'll even admit they never knew he was going to be that good. But then there's other times where you see somebody like Kyrie Irving and they're just electric from day one. Or you see somebody like LeBron or Carmelo and you're just like, yo, he's everything we thought he was. But then there's individuals like Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr., I talked about him a little bit in another video, but he was a recruit, very talented out of the Seattle area. Um, but he struggled. He struggled in college, struggled to be able to fit into the team dynamic, struggled to be able to really just do the outside of the basketball requirements to be able to perform and to be able to play. His season ended early because of it. Dealt with some team suspensions, and as a result, he fell in the draft. That was just the reality of it. Went to Cleveland. He had talent, but he was messing up. Your boy was messing up. Kevin Porter Jr. was struggling, um, out of pocket on a few occasions. I mean, you can't talk about the people who hired you and expect them to keep you around. And so basically, they got him out of there for pennies on the dollar. And Houston was like, sure, why not? We just lost James Harden. We really don't have much to lose. But they were smart enough to be like, yo, get into the G League and prove that you deserve to be up here. And that's exactly what he did. Your man shot lights out. Not only shot lights out, he looked absolutely dominant. Looked like he could do whatever he wanted. And for those who discount what people do in the G League, you have to realize the players that are in the G League are your favorite NCAA college basketball team's all star. Like your favorite players from your favorite NCAA team, they hope to get into the NBA by going through the G League because they weren't good enough to go straight into the NBA. And so they're still of the elite. These are guys that may be 23, 24, 25 years old, 26, not even in their prime yet, still these great talents hoping for an opportunity. And Kevin Porter Jr. goes down there at what, 20 years old and dominates them. And then they pull him up right after John Wall kind of goes down. And all of a sudden they're like, yo, let's see what you can do. And Kevin Porter Jr. does not slow down one bit, not one bit. Now, I would be remiss to not mention Kenyon Martin Jr., who also was down there with him and came up with him and balled out too. But Kevin Porter Jr. is who this video is about. This is a bad man. Literally, like I said before, everything you want to see out of a rising superstar. He's got an amazing smile. I mean, this is charisma here. This is what makes you sell tickets. Great smile, great style, swag. He's got an amazing skill set from the handle to the jumper, passing ability, can finish at the rim, can shoot from deep, really deep, like that James Harden deep, off the dribble, pull ups, dunk on you. I mean, he almost looks like you have like a mini James Harden in better shape. You know what I mean? Like just like Like, I don't think he's as strong as James, but almost the same size, same type of skill, and he's a lefty. And he comes in and absolutely murks the NBA in the second half of the season, even dropping a 50 piece on none other than the NBA champions, Milwaukee Bucks. He'll even say he had Drew Holiday sliding all over the place, hitting him with the hezzy and the cross and step back like it was nothing in the corner. Kevin Porter Jr. is the real deal. Every bit, every bit. And so he's definitely my favorite thing about this Houston Rockets team going into next season. We get to actually see a rising star. We actually get to watch him emerge and show what he can do. So much so that the Houston Rockets basically told John Wall, "Hey, get up out of here. Get up out of here. We don't, hey, you're good. I know you're a good player, you're a veteran, you got this contract, but we're going in two different directions. And this is our guy. This is our guy. He's a whole lot cheaper and could put up the same numbers you do. And we ain't winning the ring anyways right now." And I'm not mad at that at all. But it's to say that Kevin Porter Jr. is about to not just put the league on notice, but I'm actually gonna do another video about this, so don't nobody steal it. All right, don't nobody steal it. I'm almost questioning who's gonna be the best Porter Jr. in the NBA. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Who's gonna be the best Porter Jr. in the NBA? I'm just gonna leave that. That's like cookies for the next one. It's cookies. I like to throw them out there. But real talk, Kevin Porter Jr. is one of a kind. He's an incredible talent. I think we could be looking at the next Oklahoma City Thunder type young talented core. Fortunately, they're a bigger market where they should be able to retain a lot of their talent. But you look at not just Kevin Porter Jr., but Jalen Green, an electric player, an incredible scorer, um, similar swag and charisma. They're going to be a hell of a 1-2 punch. You still got Usman Garuba. You still got Alperen Sengun. You still got Josh Christopher. You still got Kenyon Martin Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got so much young talent on this squad. It's ridiculous. And that's not even mentioning um, Christian Wood. Yo, like, they're going to be so much fun to watch next year that even though they're probably not going to win a lot of the games, they're going to be so exciting. We're gonna be like literally watching them, anticipating what they're gonna do by the end of the season and going into next year, and really thinking about like, are they a playoff team? Like that's how talented they are. And I think that head coach Steven Silas is just the one to put it together. He did a good job in Dallas putting an offensive system around a Luka Doncic. Really hurt them when he left. But as I say, he's gonna do something similar with Kevin Porter Jr. And so I think at this point, is just sit back and enjoy it. I got Kevin Porter Jr. on my fantasy squad. We gonna ball out, and I'm gonna be tuning in, watching on NBA League Pass big time. Save, save, and I'll be watching. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. Got any comments? What's your favorite thing about the Houston Rockets? If you agree, don't agree, put it down. Comment on all the comments. If you have any video recommendations, holla at me too. I'll put that on there as well. All right. Peace.
Yay, finally finished your baby.